Hello, welcome to another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. I'm Wayne Highlander, National Sales Manager for Bona Adhesives.
And I'm Rob Johnson from Bona Training. Why are you laughing already? We haven't even started.
Because I know where this is going to go. Rob.
Yes, it's Rob. Yes, it is.
Yes, I love it when I get to say this, especially when we know what's been going on for such a long time. When I use the word raw to you, what does that invoke? What does that evoke to you? Raw, R-A-W, raw.
It goes right back to when you were talking about red when we did our red out show. And you had that was raw in me. Yeah. So I think we should have done those two at the same time. Raw and red out. That would have
been timely, huh?
Yeah.
I am so excited, man. I love it when we get to launch a new product, and this one, because we've known it's been coming for a long time. I am so excited about the new Bona's new product. And what's it called, Rob?
It's called Bona HD RAW.
I love it, man. This is cool. This reflects where the industry is going, what a lot of guys love about using products like this, and we'll get into that later. But you want to kind of talk about what this product is, what it's all about?
Well, it's all part of the Bona good, better, best. So we're always looking to improve things with good, better, best. And when I started training, what was that, 5-6 years ago when I started training?
You're talking about hardwood floor training, obviously.
Yes, absolutely. But when I started, we had a good, better, best. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that was what we tried to tell people. Hey, this is a good way to get your prices up and everything. Offer 3, a good, better, best. So the old days, 6 years ago, our good, better, best lineup was good would be Novia, better would be Mega, and best would be Traffic. Wayne, as a company, you always have to be moving forward, correct?
If you're not, you're going backwards, right?
You're dying on the vine,
yep,
right?
Yep.
So even to our good, better, best, we've made a huge improvement to our good, better, best. We improved all of them. So now we went from Novia, now we have the Domo, which people are just absolutely loving.
Yep.
We have Mega 1, which is another product. We got improved dry times. We got improved cure time, easier, a little bit tougher, and it's crystal clear. And now with our best, we've gone from Traffic to the Traffic HD lineup. So today, what we're going to talk about is a couple of new, not new, but we've been waiting for them, and they're here. We're going to talk about the Bona RAW, the HD RAW, the HD anti-slip, and soon to come HD Gloss.
Okay. So let's talk about RAW. I'm going to try for the third time. What is RAW, Rob?
RAW is the lowest sheen level water-based finish on the market today, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
At a 60-degree angle, you're going to get a sheen level of 4%.
Wow.
That is absolutely the lowest in the industry. So for people that are looking for that old world hand-rubbed look,
so
there you go.
This is the baby.
This is it.
People might say, well, gosh, Naturel was a very low sheen, that really low sheen, but this is even lower than that.
Yeah.
And what I love, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
What I love about these low sheen products, man, I always harken back to the days of when we did engineered floors, and let's take a maple engineered floor, and it was square edge, right? And if there's any seam a little bit higher than the one next, you know what I mean? They would come out and do a credit card. If it's higher as a credit card or whatever, well, it's out of compliance, or how hard that was for the floor installers, you know what I mean, installing those floors. Mm-hmm. Then now we've gotten to hand scraped wire brush and eased edge and all these different things and whatever to make their life easier. Not only does this product look sensational, but gosh, man, compared to putting on, remember the gloss days of putting on gloss, and if your applicator shed one single strand of micro hair, you look like it was like the Grand Canyon. You could see it from miles
You can
away.
see from the driveway. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a great product. It's great for what's going on in the industry. It answers all those trends, and for people that love that might love the craft oil, the hard oil wax, low sheens, but they want something that may be a little more user friendly or what have you. This is really going to be a special product. So
Well, the other thing about this product, Wayne, is some people like the craft oil because when they're walking on it, it feels like real wood. It has a nice haptic feel to it.
Yep.
I think I said that
yeah,
right.
you said that right, Rob. Yeah.
Thank you, Martin Sabalas, for giving me that one. He has it in his house, and that's what he told me. He goes, I really like the haptic feel of it. And I was like, I have no idea what that means. But what it means is you feel like you're walking on raw wood. You get that feeling. So that's the other difference with the HD RAW compared to the Natural, is you are going to feel more of a haptic feel to it. A feel people kind of like that feeling on their feet.
I was in Martin's house in North Carolina, where he sanded and finished his floors, right? His own floors. I don't know if he installed them or not, but he sanded and finished them. And I don't know about you, but whenever I'll go to a colleague's house, and they say, "Well, yeah, I sanded my own floors or whatever." I mean, you're interested, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
Yeah,
gotta look, right?
you want to take a look, right?
You gotta check out. I'll tell you what, man. I was damn proud of my boy. I could not find a damn thing wrong with that floor, and I wanted to in the worst way. He did a hell of a nice job, man. It looks sensational.
So you were walking around his house, nosing around, snooping
Yeah.
around, looking for something. If you found it, were you going to say something or just put it in your
Oh,
pocket for later?
100%. And put it in my pocket for later. See, I'm the equivalent of somebody going to, I guess using your bathroom and then opening up the cabinets and looking in and see what medication you're on, right? But I just do that with floors. So, okay, I'm just going to go in the dining room and see if, then I go in the dining room and I look for edge marks, and the herringbone floor isn't the same on one side as the other, or there is a joint I don't like, or a board he should have pulled. Yeah.
Remember never to invite you. I won't let you in. You can go sit in the back deck with us, but
I was going to make a joke that I've already seen your house, but I'm not going to.
Oh, is that must
I'm
be
not.
my Christmas gift this year, huh?
Hey, speaking of which, you asked for my address the other day. I got excited. I got really excited. So I don't know or unless you just some kind of sicko that say, "Hey, Christmas coming up. What's your address?" And then you don't get me anything. Which I
No,
would
I'm pretty sure once Pauline found out you like pecan pie, she wants to send you.
I was hoping that
She's
was the
gonna
reason
send you a
why.
pie. Yeah.
I was hoping that was the reason why you was asking for my address.
You're gonna get yourself a pie. Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Awesome.
I don't think you deserve one, but you're gonna get one.
Well, it doesn't matter as long as I get one.
Mm-hmm.
So
I might help her make it. You know what I mean? Just so you get a little taste of the old Robberoo one there.
Thanks.
Another thing about HD RAW, it is going to meet the ADA requirements, American Disabilities Act.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a good, safe floor to be walking around on too.
And when we come out with a new product, that's why when we come out with a new product, we have products that stay around for such a long period of time. Look at Mega. How many generations has that been out for? So when you have a product like that, they wanted to make sure it was ADA approved as well. I mean, they were just, and this is Green Guard Gold as well, right?
Green Guard Gold. Yep.
Yeah. So they wanted to hit all the markers before it came out, and that's why sometimes I wish product management wouldn't tell me they're working on things until they're coming out, because as soon as I hear about them, I want them right away. I'm excited about them.
You're all excited. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're also we're going to get a 3-day cure time on this.
Yeah.
We're the old natural That was a 7-day cure. Now we're going to bump that up because it is in the um, HD lineup. Now it's going to be a 3-day cure.
And if someone was going to put rugs down on one of our floors and they weren't sure what kind of backing that they're supposed to use, where would they, what was there a website they could look up?
Yeah, yeah. You don't know it yet.
Move, MUVE, is that it?
Wow, you're halfway there,
I'm
brother.
getting closer.
You are getting very close.
Yeah.
NO-M as in mother. U as in I tell you this once a week.
Mm-hmm.
NV, nomove.com.
Nomove.com.
Rubber rug underlayments
All right.
that don't stick to your floor.
Hmm.
You know, I know people are going to think they got to have ownership in this thing or something. We really don't. We really
No,
don't.
just
you know, the thing is we're really trying to preach to everybody that, you know, you don't just want to be a one and done. We want to be able to maintain these floors for the life of that floor. We want that customer deep cleaning, recoats, talking about us. And man, if they put the wrong, well, you've seen it. I've seen it where sometimes it's hard to sand that out.
Yeah.
It's crazy what they were using. I don't know what they used in the 70s, but it was sometimes hard to get it out of the wood, even after we sanded through the finish.
Wow.
Those waffle marks.
Yep. I remember they turn like sometimes like dark, yeah, like a waffle shape to them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. And so you said that we don't get anything out of that website or that rug company unless you're getting some kind of area rug every time you mention it. That would be pretty funny. But speaking of which, I found a tool. I got a tool alert that I am so impressed with. Should I say it now or should I wait till the next episode to talk about it, Rob?
No, we got to talk about something on this one.
Okay. So I got to tell you, man, first of all, I was talking to a contractor in California, Mark, up in Napa Valley area. And he happened to mention this sander that he's using. Okay. He's talking about new technology and whatever. And he said, like I'm getting up in age and I don't have employees anymore. And I'm working by myself, but I absolutely love it. And he goes, the nice thing is the tools have gotten so much better. He goes, Wayne, I never thought I would be able to do this career way up into my 60s and late 60s, but I'm enjoying myself. And part of it is because the equipment has gotten so much better. And we talked about the power drive and what have you. But then he said, I'm using a tool. Moffle. I'm using a Moffle sander. And I go, well, I mean, never heard of that one, man. That's a new one on me. And he goes, no. He goes, I'm telling you, man, this is the greatest sander I've ever put my hands on. And the spell of the company is M as in Mary, AFELL. It's an orbital sander. It's not a circular sander, okay? It just looks like remember the old sanders that like almost like Black and Decker. I'll go back there where they're like, I don't know, 4 inches wide by 12 inches long. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, used to cut the paper and it had the little metal thing on the side, the little spring-loaded. Yeah.
So as soon as I see that, I'm ready to dismiss it right out. Right? Like, yeah, come on, man. That's
come on. We're going backwards.
Don't even go there, Rob. This runs on 220, no vibration.
It's a handheld.
Handheld, no vibration, as aggressive as can be.
A 220 handheld.
220 it costs about $860. Okay.
Oh my God.
And you know what? And you know what he said? He goes, Wayne, at our age, I don't even care. I want tools that do the job and do them right. And he goes, and this thing is the best thing I put my hands on. And so I had to pass that on. So I'm going to say it again. Moffle, MAFELL. I think they're Italian. I'm not sure.
I thought they were German.
I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they are.
I think they're German. I think I watched a video you sent me. Now that you're the new spokesman, did you get yours yet?
No, but if you're getting rugs,
give them a shout out.
You're gonna get free rugs. I'm gonna get a free Moffle tool.
I'd much rather have tools than rugs.
I'm actually going to see if I can get the guy representative on the one of our podcasts because holy smokes! In the video, the guy he's running the machine and he's got his hand on it and he's got a glass of water on it. You see that? And you can see no movement in the water. It's not jumping all over the place.
No, the only thing I saw on the video you sent me was a track saw.
Okay, I'm going to get to that in a minute then.
That had the flexible track. That was
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
That's the other tool they have. It's a track saw. We know the other companies out there making track saws, but this is a flexible track saw that the circular saw that comes with it is, you clip it into it, and like for wide plank floors or whatever, it's like part of your saw, and man, you can set it for different angles and everything. It's incredible.
And I think they had a crosscut plate too.
They had and it's and they also have a track saw. You can get like a wider track saw, but this does flooring and plywood up to 4 feet wide, and I think it's battery powered. And I'm telling you, man, whenever I see something like that, a rail saw that can be rolled up, and it's pretty damn cool, man. So I don't know, I'm very, very, very intrigued by that. So it's battery powered, like I said, it's battery powered, excellent for wide plank flooring, and I think once you, like this guy said with their sander, he goes, Wayne, once you use it, you won't go back. So I think there's another company out there, some real high-end company out there that people have been falling in love with, and I think this might give them a run for their money, man. So anyhow,
you don't want to name any names there, do you?
No, we don't want to name any names, but
no, of course not. We're not like that. Yeah.
No.
All right, so we talked more about them than we've talked about our own stuff.
Well, we're going back to the other stuff.
That's it. And of course, being HD, it is Green Guard Gold certified. Remember, you get the Green Guard certification, but this one has the next level of certification that I think all your adhesives have too, is the Green Guard Gold certified.
I really hope people are selling that. So let me talk about that for a minute. Green Guard Gold certified. And okay, I'm going to throw this back to adhesives as well. So listen, and I talk to retailers, and retailers are, they're competing against big box stores in some cases. Some retailers say, no, we don't care about big box stores, but a lot of them do, and they need to differentiate themselves from the next person, and being able to sell Green Guard Gold, and if someone was to say, you know what, my customers never ask about Green Guard Gold. My customers they don't care about that. Okay. My response to that would be, do you think they know that there's a lot of VOCs and off-gassing chemicals in products they're bringing into their home? I think that'd be a great question to ask your clients. Are you concerned about your own indoor air quality in your home? Who's going to say no to that?
Right.
And no, really, I got the 4 kids. They're about grown now. So
yeah.
No,
my wife and I are just waiting to die. Yeah.
We're
just going to speed the process up. Is there any formaldehyde in that stuff we could use?
Yeah. So if you're a sales professional salesperson, and you're to tell me that, no one really cares about Green Guard Gold around here. No one ever asked me about it. My first question would be to them, do you ask your clients, are you concerned with your indoor air quality in your home that you live in? I mean, no one's going to say no to that. And then the next thing is, well, at these other big box stores, I mean, they're selling stuff with all these VOCs. You can buy these finish off the shelf that much less expensive, but it has all these different VOCs and off gassing and blah, blah, blah. And there's products that don't have that. And here's how you differentiate yourself from everybody else. That Green Guard Gold message is very powerful. And again, to me, it's like a gym membership. If you go to the best gym, and if you belong to the best gym in town, it has the most phenomenal equipment in town, but you're never there, it doesn't do you any good. So if you have to be able to sell these to your clients and customers and make them aware that these products are available, because they're not going to ask it because they don't know what they don't know.
Well, nobody's gonna. I mean, you get people. How safe is this, or is this stuff toxic right? You'll get those questions. But I did a training, we did a school up in Toronto last week. And, my opening was talking about, being the craftsman and all that. Got into the green guard, and a guy in the back, he raised his hand, and he took over the class.
Mm.
He took the class over.
That's
It
tough to
was,
do in one of your
he,
classes.
it's tough to do, but I just let this dude go because he had heard about the green guard. He started to look into it, and he started to use it as a sales tool. I'm telling you, man, it was like preaching to the choir because he was doing all the talking. He wasn't that he was yelling at everybody, but he's saying, man, if you're not talking about this, you're just leaving so much money behind. He said, people are passionate about this. He goes, once I start talking about this, he goes, it creates a whole new conversation that I never had during an estimate. A whole new conversation. And I thought, wow, I'm going to take that for my own. That is perfect.
Wow.
Everybody's going in there giving you an estimate. You're getting 3 shots, right? You're getting 3 prices. Everybody's going to come in, talk about the same stuff. But man, if you're the person talking about something safe in your house, or, an adhesive that's going to be there, absolute the lifetime of the floor, things like that. And I'll tell you, I just sat back. Actually, I sat down and just let him preach, man, because it was great. It's one thing to hear from us, but then when you start hearing it from the students, and that is something that I am hearing from a lot of the students more and more, is more and more people are really talking this up. They're really talking to their customers about it because they're finding, man, this is a hook. This is the thing that people have been looking for.
Well, it's like if you're charging for traffic or whatever, and you're saying, okay, we put 3 coats of finish on and 1 coat of stain or whatever you say, and then here's our price. To me, it's like it'd be like if you bought a truck from a dealership, and the guy that's selling the truck didn't even tell you that it had heated seats, heated steering wheel, and it's a, what do you call that, remote start. They didn't tell you any of those things. You know what I mean?
Right.
You bought
Yeah.
you know,
Yes. Yeah. You're
that's
right.
what it's like. Is so you're buying the best finish in the market, and you owe it to your customers to let them know, hey man, here's what you're buying, and this is what what you're getting in your house. So I'm super excited about the raw. I can't wait till we start seeing pictures and videos of guys using this product. Right now, I've been seeing our beta users, or our certain customers across the country, and our reps using it in the tech and training, and I just love this look, man. And so it's been long time coming, as we said, but this is a super exciting one for us, Rob. So, like you said, I mean, if you look at Bona's products 10 years ago, it's a whole new. Everything, as you said, has been moved up the line, moved up
We
and better.
completely revamped our good, better, best.
Yeah,
We improved on all of our good, better, best products, I think that's pretty impressive.
yeah, yeah. That then if you couple that with the red out, the Bona red out for getting rid of the red in the red oak floors, and with the diamond disc sanding plates. I mean, man, it's pretty exciting, man. And I know.
Well, it's fun because the schools have taken on a whole new look. I mean, now we just have so many new products that we're trying to show. Before you were just, going through doing the schools, but now it's like, oh my God, it's almost like we got to go back to 4 days. I
Yeah,
know that sounds crazy, but between all of the new products and the improvement to products and everything, where a couple of years ago we cut our schools down from 4 days to 3 days. Man, we're packing a lot of loving into those 3 days. It's
yes.
almost like I could use another day. I want to take a deeper dive into some of this stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad you brought up the red out. Couple of things now that I've been working with it for a little while, a few weeks I've been working with the stuff now. Don't expect to see things immediately. Okay? I think anybody who used bleach in the old days remembers that the bleach looked okay, but when you came in the next day, it looked amazing. You know what I mean? But it took some time. Same thing with this product. Do not expect to see, oh, I still see red, an hour later. You absolutely will. This stuff needs a little time. You need to come back. If you're going to do a second application, it's definitely better to let it go overnight, do the first application, let it go overnight, then come back, do that second application. And that's another thing that blew me away was the one application versus two. The second application, all of a sudden you can see the one versus the the side with nothing on it and the side with one coat. But when you put that second coat on, man, you can really, really see it. I know another thing. I was talking with Robbie, and since we started really, Robbie, the kid we always have from PM,
The 40-year-old kid.
my boy, yeah. No, he ain't 40 yet. He still qualifies for 30 under 30. I think.
When do we stop calling them kids? I think it's in the mid 40s.
As soon as they're our age. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as they're our age. Yeah. The kid. I think I always call him the kid.
Oh,
but I was talking to him about I go, geez, the roller team seems to, kind of push it around a little bit, and then and he goes, I've switched. And he sent me a video. He's using a Water Whiz. Remember the old Water Whiz?
yeah.
When Water Based Finish first came out, we
Mhm.
we still had the lamb's wool block and pad,
Yeah.
and we took the lamb's wool off and put on the foam pad,
Right.
the old Water Whiz, right?
What's he doing with that?
We're using that to apply it rather
apply
than the roller to apply the red out.
So, Rob, I got a question for you. One question on the Rob before we leave here. Are we wanting the guys to T-bar this product or put it on with a roller?
Well, before we used to with the Naturel, it was always recommended to roll. With this product, it's roll or T-bar. And just like
Really?
to tell everybody in the class, do I roll or T-bar, natural, seal, or Nordic? I tell everybody the same thing now. What's your strength?
Mhm.
What's your strength? What's your, where do you feel the most comfortable? That's
Yep.
where you're going to go, I think.
I love it.
Good to know both.
Yep.
Good to know both, but, go to your go-to, I say.
Yep. I like your style. I'm right there with you. So, Rob, thank you for bringing this information to us.
Aren't we going to talk about anti-slip?
Yeah, it's your baby. So let's talk about anti-slip.
Yeah, let's get into the HD anti-slip. Okay. Once again, it's an upgrade from the Traffic anti-slip to HD anti-slip, and right away we're going to get the Green Guard Gold certification. We're going to get a 3-day cure time versus the 7-day cure time. Just like before, though, it's going to meet ASTM standards and the ADA, American Disabilities Act. So that means that it's safe for handicap ramps, that kind of thing. Elderly people. Maybe it might be time for you to get some anti-slip in the house.
I'll put some on my stairs.
There you go. Well, once you get old, it's
Yeah.
the whole floor, not just the stairs anymore.
Well, that's very true too. Yeah.
The whole house.
Yeah, I fall now. It's not like the old days. I don't know if I can get back up again.
One of the man, if this was an issue, you got a pretty good eye, or your customer has a pretty good eye. The old Traffic anti-slip had a sheen level of 25, so it was always a satin product. Okay, where the sheen level of Traffic is 20, so this was 25 versus 20. Man, if you could, if you could pick that out, you're pretty good. You probably could though, couldn't you? I mean,
Well, with my eye, of course.
with your eye, yeah.
Yeah.
But now with the HD, it's a perfect match. Satin on satin, satin with satin. So we're going to get a 20 on the HD satin, and we're going to get a 20 on the HD anti-slip. So now that your perfect eye, you don't need to be so perfect anymore.
Let me tell you about my eyes.
Mm.
I was on a trip to Alaska not long ago, and we're on the big cruise, and we're coming into the, we're starting to see the land now, right? And we're way, way, way away from the land, but the captain on his ship says, if you look real careful and you have, if you have binoculars with you and a lot of blah, 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 you'll see some wildlife sometimes here. There are grizzly bears on the island. And everybody goes, oh, wow. So everybody got to the front of the deck, right? And some of these binoculars are like 18 inches long. You know what I mean? Like these are pros, right? And
Right.
they've got the stand up stick so they can, get their balance. And some of them have fancy cameras. And so without the aid of one of those things, you can see land, but that's all you can see is land. You'd never be able to see even, make anything out. So I'm standing next to this guy who's got one of them fancy cameras, and I go, I'll be darned, there's one over there. He goes, where? I said, look. I said, there. I said, not the first set of mountains. Look past the first set of mountains, past that snow cap on the what, and go to the next set of mountains. There's one up there. He goes, what? I said, look, right to the left of the snow mound over there. And he's looking at me. He goes, you're kidding. I go, no. I said, oh, poor thing's got an eye infection. And you know what? He got mad about it, Rob. He goes, I don't know you. What are you talking to me for? I don't know you. So
Don't talk to strangers, even on the cruise.
yeah.
Well, it's funny you said that because my grandfather and grandmother they used to love to go on cruises, and they did the Alaskan cruise. And I remember this is when you had movies, and the whole family sitting around watching these movies. My God, that I was dozing off like crazy. They had to be the most boring movies ever on that Alaska. It was just the same shot over and over. But he was pissed at a guy who was on the cruise with him that every day at dinner, he's just telling everybody everything that he saw. And my grandfather goes, and my grandfather was a camera guy too. I think I've said this on the show before. He was a camera guy. Back in the old days when they actually had camera stores, if something new came out, they called Harold Johnson right away. They knew he'd be down and buy the latest, greatest stuff. He goes, Robbie, you know me. I got the cameras. I didn't see a damn thing. And this guy was seeing walruses, polar bears, seals. He goes, nobody on the damn boat saw a damn thing. This guy every day. Oh, I saw this and that. And he was a little ticked off with that guy. So he probably would have thrown you overboard for saying something like that.
Well, this guy would have. I didn't want to push this guy too far, but I went on one of these photo sites, a picture of a bear, and I screenshot it, and I was going to say, look, man, you get my iPhone. I've got the iPhone 14, but the guy was too high.
Look at the picture of this bear. He's dancing on a pole. Look at that
Yeah.
picture I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pole dancer.
All right, Rob, good stuff, man. I am excited about it. This is going to hit distribution when?
It's out.
It's out now. Good.
It's out now.
Good stuff, man. That's
It's
exciting.
all out there now. Absolutely.
Well, once again, thank you for bringing this to us, and I'm sorry that you did it in such a convoluted way that I had to push you along.
It's always a pleasure. And just think, we only have 2 more episodes to go today.
Yes, absolutely. All right,
Yeah.
I'll meet you on the other episode then. And by then, hopefully, you'll get finished sprinkling that paper. This has been another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. Please stay tuned for another episode.